Hi there, hope you're having a pleasant day wherever you may be. What would happen if Grand Canyon and Bryce Canyon had a love child? I'm at Coal Mine Canyon in Navajo Nation. Coal Mine Canyon can probably best be described as a hidden gem because a lot of people just don't know about it. It sits in Navajo Nation, which occupies a large portion of northeastern Arizona. More specifically, it's about 15 miles south of Tuba City. Now, because it is on Navajo land, to visit this place properly, you have to stop at the Visitor Center in Cameron, which is about 50 miles away, and pick up a backcountry permit for $12 a person. Once you get that permit, they give you the directions, which are actually the same directions you can find online, but you're going to do this proper, so you're going to get it from them. It's actually just a MapQuest printout, but even with the directions, it's still kind of hard to find this place because the directions aren't that great. They're good enough, especially once you figure it out. And there's no signs. There's no signs here whatsoever to indicate that this is Coal Mine Canyon. Really, there's nothing, there's no infrastructure whatsoever. There's no information plaques, there's no kiosks, nothing. All there really is here are some dilapidated picnic tables and some grills that have been there for who knows how long. But once you get here, you are treated to a beaut. This place is gorgeous. Now, where this place gets its name from is, if you notice, there's a layer of sort of black rock. Well, that's coal that they tried to mine. Turns out it was pretty lousy coal, so they kind of gave up on that, but that's where it got its name. Now, it's nowhere on the scale of the Grand Canyon, but, it's got, nice depth to it. So yeah, this place seems to have like the features of almost like Badlands, but also like the hoodoos of like Bryce. There was even a window down there. It was kind of hard to spot. I didn't even spot it. One of the other people one of the few people that I saw here pointed it out to me. But it's pretty cool. Yes, there is a window. But another one of the striking features is all of the colors. And part of that is because it is technically considered the edge of the Painted Desert, which is the national park for that is way down by the 40. I believe it's about 120 miles away. So yeah, it's this big, expansive area that has these exposed layers of rock in various colors, that are just gorgeous. Now, a couple things that are kind of notable about this is that there really aren't any trails down to the bottom of the canyon. There's some routes that the animals take, but overall, there's not a lot of trail that you can take. But it doesn't matter because there's sort of a contentious situation where the rim of the canyon falls under Navajo Nation, but the bottom of the canyon falls under Hopi Nation. So, in order to even get down there, you would need a Hopi guide to take you. Now, this is technically one finger of the canyon. It actually goes around further to different spots, but this is pretty much the only one that, as far as I can tell, you're supposed to access. I found websites of people that went to different spots, but I don't know if they were technically allowed to do that. This is pretty much the approved area that they tell you when you get your permit. Speaking of your permit, it's actually good for a 24-hour period, which actually means you can camp here, which is probably a good thing if you wanted to see sunrise or sunset, which I understand is the best time of day to be here. You get a lot of great shadows, a lot of great colors, and things like that. Overall, I have to say visiting here is really cool. Aside from it just being beautiful, there's nobody here. Granted, like I said, there's no infrastructure, there's no information, there's not even a ton online that I could find, but hey, I'll take uninterrupted beauty without hordes and hordes of tourists, where you can just kind of hang out here and enjoy the moment. Really beautiful. Also, when you're walking around, I walked out a little bit. The drops are pretty sheer and they're pretty deep. It's a little scary, especially since the ground near the edges is kind of loose. So if you come, keep that in mind. Well, that does it for this one. Thanks for joining me on this trip to Coal Mine Canyon. Hope you had a good time checking out something that's a little off the beaten path, a little less well known, but equally as beautiful as anything that is well known. With that said, I hope you had a good time, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. I'm not terrified of heights, but I'm not their biggest fan either, so.
Well, it's not. It's